Yeah, what's going on, YouTube? After watching millions of gazillions of quadrillions tutorials on how to paint plastics, because there's none on dirt bikes, by the way, I decided to do my own. This is a picture of my dirt bike. Flat black fairings, glossy black on both sides, white on both sides, yellow, yellow. I didn't like it. I mean, this bike is building a reputation for its speed, and I'm in a rural area, so it's kind of tough to get, certain bikes over here, or should I say it's kind of tough to have any competition as far as dirt bikes going, not to brag or anything, but the only dirt bike over here, or the only item over here that's, keeping up with me is a Banshee, which, this guy has like $5,000-$6,000 worth of stuff in there, which in mine, I'll just put $700, and, $700, and then plus like little things like my reeds and different things like that, but, my pipes and all that, but, nothing really major. Everything just pretty much stock besides, my pipe, my reeds, and that's it. I thought about boring out, but I haven't bored out yet. Clutch, I haven't put in that racing clutch. I haven't put in so many different things I want to put in that will ultimately boost my top speed, but I just been chilling, working, and stuff like that. But like I said, this is how my bike is. I decided to, do a little repaint or whatever. It's not a tutorial, but, just to show you guys that people do repaint bikes. I can show you the, whatever little I know about painting bikes or whatever. I feel mine came out. Let's go ahead and see my bike, and, you guys tell me what you think. 9 times out of 10, I know I'm going to have quadrillion haters, but, that's life. I pretty much stripped down my bike as far as frames go. Remember, it was yellow. Well, the yellow was fading on these fairings before I did it, and I ended up redoing it again, still kind of wet. Excuse me. It's still kind of wet, but I ended up redoing it. I'm going for that, tiger, hit me roar kind of look. The only thing I don't like right now is this seat is so beautiful. The only thing I don't like, it doesn't match with any of my fairings. The yellow on this is a little too bright, if you can see. If you can see, the yellow on it is a little too bright. So what I'm going to go ahead and do, I'm probably just going to go ahead and try to get it a little bit darker. There's no sanding and redoing it. The only thing I probably can do is repaint the whole thing again, but ain't no sanding and redoing it. My right fairing, my number fairings, and my tail. Tail came out pretty darn good. I got that glossy look I wanted. I don't know if you guys can see, but I got that glossy. You see my hand? Yeah, if you can see my hands, yeah, that's glossy. I got that glossy look I wanted. I got that mean tiger, grimy look I needed to get. These right here are my most prized possessions, just because they're different from all the other parts, but they was destroyed. Like, if you see, not as far as, and you can see that there, you can see like scuffs and scratches and stuff. They were destroyed. I tried my best to sand it down, but of course, me being a novice, I failed epically. This right here, which is just have these little bit of scratches from here to here. Besides that, everything else is, to me, I believe is flawless. I'm not a painter by any means, nor have I ever went to school for it, but I feel that it's flawless besides that. So, I don't know if you guys see any shades or anything like that, just let me know. I don't see any, and, but the camera supposedly brings out everything. These right here, I'm going to tell you how these came about. This actually came about, these little demons came about. I tried to go the cheaper route and use a flathead screwdriver, which was successful in the rest of my fairings, but this one, because I actually started out on this fairing, and the guy that I had it before, or the paint that I had on it before, had multiple layers. I had multiple layers. So I end up scratching these off as good as possible, and then I realized, hey, I gotta sand it. So when I ended up sanding it, it still came out, you know, nasty. And then all these little bubbles and all these little holes and stuff was because I used the wrong paint. I ended up using the wrong paint. This is the paint I recommend in my left hand. These two, I recommend these two, the dual paint and primer in every color. If you don't already have that color on, which I didn't have the color on, but underneath the layers, the basic layer was yellow, if you didn't know. So all I did was I sanded down the yellow as much as possible, which is kind of hard for the factory, and I just redid the whole thing yellow. But instead of me using, you know, regular yellow paint, I ended up using the Gloss Protect enamel, and that's how it became, you know, shiny and everything. It's like I basically restored the yellow. And then with this was my stripes and all that. So since I didn't have this paint already on it, I just went ahead and used that. But Crayon, dual paint and primer, and then the Rust-Oleum, that Gloss Protect enamel, I just threw that on there, and that just became a beast. It's very, very light, so I mean that just made it really good on my behalf. So, you know, so if I messed up, it wouldn't show like immediately. You know what I mean? It wouldn't show at all actually. If I messed up, I just, you know, because it's so light, the spray and everything is so light. Pretty much all I did was spray painted it yellow like this, and then I went over with the black. This is a special technique you got to go over with the black, especially if you want it. You know, if you don't want to spray paint the whole thing black, you really have to go light hand on the black. I'm a very, very heavy-handed person, so that was, you know, a challenge for me, but I think I pretty much accomplished it. I'll put one of the fairings up to the bike just to pretty much show you how it is going to look when, you know, shooty. See? I just wanted to show you guys that it didn't scratch up any of the paint. This right here was actually already there because I tried to go over it again with the yellow. But I'm going to go ahead and pretty much show you how it's going to look. I'm just going to leave it at that right there, just so you can see how it's going to look. I mean, that's pretty much that. But besides that, like I said, I think it pretty much came out good. I'm going to show you these one, if you didn't really get a good glimpse at it. But I'll go ahead and rethink another video and, you know, like I said, just show you guys how it turns out ultimately. Leave me comments or anything like that. Let me know what you guys think. Like I said, this is my 98 RM125 going on for repaint. And that's how it's going to look.